Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel. You don't really to throw you out.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my page. And if you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back, hoes. Welcome back, bitches. Welcome back, hoes. Welcome back, bitches. Anywho, today, I know you don't see food in front of me, because today I'm gonna be doing a story time of the first 5 years of my life. This part is the boring part. The juicy parts come later. But anywho, if you don't know, I was adopted as a child. I'm gonna try to keep this video 15 minutes and under. I'm gonna try. Pray. I'm gonna try. Maybe even 10 if I really can. So yeah, I'm gonna get really personal with you guys, because I feel like you guys deserve to know about me. No names will be dropped in this video. So unless people leave comments, unless they're the people I'm talking about, no one will really know who you are. Okay. But right now, yeah, I was adopted. So let's start with the beginning. If you see me looking at a computer, I took notes because I could get sidetracked really easily. And to not get sidetracked, I took notes and I wrote it all down about what I'm about to say, okay? So give me grace. So all I know, I was took from my biological parents. From my understanding, it was due to drug issues. And the state deemed it wasn't safe for me to stay with them, so they removed me and my siblings. Well, two of my siblings. My brother and my sister. My oldest sister, she was already an adult by the time this was happening, so yeah. But a lot of people think foster care is like safe or whatever. For me, it wasn't. I can't tell from everybody else that has gone through foster care. For me, my few years I was there, I was 2 years old when I was taken. My first few years, yeah, I didn't feel safe. I was mistreated. I was abused physically and sexually. Yes. People don't care your age. They prey on children. I don't know. I don't know how people get their foster care license. I don't know the process, but I hope they have a better process, because back then that process was trash. Okay. But yeah, I was SA'd by my foster family. Well, one of them. I'm not sure which one. I just know one of them. And let me tell you this, it messed me up in so many ways I can't even describe. Okay. It made me mature more faster than a typical 2 to 3 year old should. Okay. But after that, it really wasn't in there long for more than like 3 years. I got adopted at the age of 5. And I was bounced around so much. By the time I was adopted, it was not a good place for me. I already had the abandonment mentality. I was like, well, she's going to leave me too. They're going to leave me too. Might as well just act out and do what I do. Make the process speed up so I could just get out your house and go on to the next, like everybody else did me, you know? But this time, it was basically my forever home, you know? So, but I wasn't really nice. When I first met my adopted mom, I met her first. And then my adopted dad was at the house, so I met her first. She was picking me up. I remember the day vividly. She picked me up to put me in a car. That's the part I remember. She picked me up to put me in a car. I did not want to go. When I said I was cursing this lady out, I called her hippopotamus. I said, you a bald-headed ass bitch. Let me out the goddamn car. I was getting so mad. I even tried to jump out the car, y'all. She kept having to lock the door because I would unlock the lock. So yeah, and that's where we started off. And then we finally made it to the house, right? she put all my clothes away in the drawers and stuff. I met my adoptive dad. He passed away, rest in peace. I called him Poppy. I don't know what everybody else call him, but I called him Poppy. That's the only person y'all really know about because he's no longer here. But yeah, he was chill. He was on the couch. He was blind, so yeah. He was also in World War II. Fun fact, he also was in World War II in the Army. But y'all, I'll be right back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get updated when I post the next story time, y'all. Love y'all. All right, y'all, I'm back. So where was I? Yeah, so he was chill. He was on the couch. She put all my clothes away. I called myself. I was like, well, you're not gonna get me that easily. I don't know what I was thinking for real. But all I know is that I didn't want to be there. So I went in the room and I took all the clothes out the drawers and stuff and I threw them on the floor. She was the first person that actually disciplined me for stuff like that. So she was like, I put them away the first time, you're putting them away this time. You're gonna clean this room. Not gonna lie, I put up a good fight. I put up a fight as long as I could, but I wound up cleaning the room, y'all. Because I didn't have time to, I don't know. I felt like I was getting sleepy or something. I don't remember, but I know that I wound up putting the clothes away. We had dinner. I went to bed. That's all I remember from that day. So, what else? I was very hurt as a child. But then it's like the longer I stayed with her, I feel like at that time she was the perfect mother. At that time, it was just like she was the actual mother figure for me. But yeah, I couldn't. I don't know, just something about her I didn't like. But my adopted dad, he was chill, actually. He was chill. He stayed to himself. He actually read to me and everything, believe it or not. He wasn't always blind, y'all. He was actually the chill parent. He was the yes parent. If you was to ask me if he was alive today, people think I'm spoiled. I'll be even more spoiled if I was alive. If he was alive today. Okay. Anywho, around this time I was still guarded because I was like, it was something off about her. It was something off. And then when he passed away when I was 8 years old, once he passed away, we moved. We moved to, I don't want to say the town, because I still kind of live here. But we moved to a small town. We were living in Miami, but we moved to a small town, and it's still in Florida, though. And once he passed away, we moved. And once we moved, she became the devil. She became the devil. I'm talking about she went from, when my friends came, I used to have like hella friends, y'all. And this was after I got adjusted to her. We was living in a 6-bedroom, 5.5 bath. Okay, we lived in the suburbs. We didn't really live in the hood or nothing. We lived in the suburbs. I had my own bedroom. She was still a foster parent or whatever, but I think around this time, she just stopped fostering for a little bit. I don't know if she took a break or what, but yeah. I used to have hella friends. They used to come over all the time. All the time. She would make a big picture of lemonade. Like, you know in the movies where they come out with the lemonade and the kids are on the trampoline? That was me. That was my life before he died. That was my life. I had a good little life back then. If I could go back to pre-8, like 8 years old, well, not 8, 7 and under, or right before my dad died, before May 19, 2009, y'all, if my life stayed like that, I promise you, I'll probably already be somewhere. Now, where I want to be, because I feel like I'm so far behind in life right now. And low-key, I blame her, but now it's like I can't really blame her anymore because I'm an adult now. So, myself now. Jesus. And I used to blame him for dying because I was like, why did she have to become so mean? Why did she have to become so abusive? And when I say abusive, y'all, I'm not talking about, oh, she whooped me. Because when I got whooped, most of the time, it was for something. And if it was for something I did, I understood. But most of the time, it was just because he died. I feel like once he died, she took all her grief, pain, and anger and put it onto me. And I don't feel like that was fair. So anytime she thought about him or whatever, I feel like she beat me. I feel like she beat me for the fucking fun of it. And then her excuse is, I'm trying to get the evil out of you. Evil? I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Mind you, I be in a bad sleep. She beat me out my sleep. It's not like, oh, you didn't do this, you did that, you lied, you do this, bend over, I'm gonna beat you. I was never one to run from whoopings. No, I'm just gonna take it and go. I'm gonna take it and go because I'm not gonna. I tried that one time, and when I say she kept adding licks on, she got to 100 one time. I would never let that happen. I just started bending over. Come on, it's time. I know what I did. Just beat me. This one when he was alive. That's the time I tried it. I learned not to try it again. But that's like the first 5 years, but I did kind of go up to my 8 years when he died and stuff. But the first 5 years, it was a little, I had my moments. Yes, I had my moments. Yeah. And then, y'all won't believe what she said to me when I was a little bit older. After he died. I can't wait to tell y'all. In the next part, I'm going to tell you guys. Because that was ridiculous. I don't feel no parent, I don't care the situation, should ever say that to a child. A child. Their child. Or any child should ever have to hear that from a parent. But I'll be back in another part, y'all. Part 2 coming out next weekend. Stay tuned.